A New York Central switcher engine is connected to a Culvert car. The car is attached to the front end of the engine and is pushed to the layout Culvert loading and unloading spur. The layout switches, by default, are set to straight when power is applied to the layout. The run starts at the coaling station spur. The engine starts and travels to the outer track through curved switches 11 and 12. The engine continues to move along the outer track until it reaches switch 4. Switch 4 is curved and the engine moves towards switch 3, which is also curved. The engine now moves to the inner track. Once on the inner track, the engine travels through switch 2 towards switch 9. Switch 9 is curved, so the engine moves into the crossover. Switch 10 is curved, so the engine now moves onto the Culvert loading and unloading spur where it stops. The Culvert car will be positioned so that the unloader can access the culverts. A Python program was written to display different control sections on the computer screen. The screen is divided into 4 separate sections. In the picture shown, section number 1 contains the track layout. Section number 2 controls the layout switches. Section number 3 controls the engine. And section number 4 controls the accessories. Before the engine can travel to the loader-unloader spur, the switches must be set to the correct positions. Before the switches can be set, the computer must be attached to the Arduino switch controllers by clicking on Connect. Once connected, the appropriate switches can be set to the curved positions to get the engine to the loader-unloader area. Switches 3, 4, 9, 10, 11, and 12 need to be curved by clicking on the appropriate switch control button. Once the switches are in the correct position, the engine can now travel to the Culvert loader-unloader spur. The engine type is first selected, North Central 590. Then connect train 1 to attach the computer's Bluetooth to the engine. Once the engine connects, click on the select a speed, 10 in this case. Then click on forward 1, and then on start 1, to start the engine towards the loader-unloader spur. The engine and Culvert car will exit the coaling station spur, then move onto the outer track through switches 11 and 12. The engine moves on the outer track until it reaches switches 3 and 4 where it travels onto the inner track. The engine now travels along the inner track until it reaches switch 9 where it turns onto the crossover. Switch 10 curves the engine onto the loader-unloader track. The stop button is pressed when the Culvert car reaches the end of the Culvert unloader.